Day takes it in right side centering pass. In front, Pribble shot right on. Save made by Pay. Pribble got kind of deep. Back to the point to Rosie. Winds up the shot. Fired it just wide. Puck whips around the boards. Huskies look to clear. They don't. Puck comes bouncing now out to center ice. Picked up by Durante. Fires it right back in the Husky zone. Taverny back after it for Malone. LaPointe takes it away from him, goes to Pribble behind the net. Pribble centering pass, Day shot, and a save is made by Pay again. Massena out of the chute here early, back to the blue line. Here's DeRosie, dipsy doodles with it, flips it in the corner. Puck whips around the boards, and trying to come back for it is Santamore. They flip it, don't clear. Here's DeRosie trying to center, it's knocked away, comes back to the blue line. LaPointe is there. Here's Michael, winds up his quick wrist shot, save made, and Pay wants to cover up. The Raiders are buzzing.
I'll tell you, that line of Day, LaPointe, and Pribble, what they bring to the table is just, they're all, well, Day is big. He's 5'11", about 160. The other two on the Pribble 5'9", LaPointe 5'8", but they're so muscular and so strong, and it's just, they just bruise you inside.
Michael plays a little bit bigger than 5'8", doesn't he?
Oh.
Around the boards it comes on the shot. There's Bubba Girard flipping it in the corner. In behind the net, Anthony DiAgostino trying to go to slack around the boards. It goes by him. It's picked up by Reveley, and he moves it out to center ice for Malone. Right there is Cameron. He gets upended. The puck comes free. Bubba Girard flips it ahead. That's going to be an icing. No, they wave it off. As the puck goes in behind the net, takes a funny bounce. DiAgostino throws a check for Massena. Picks up the puck. It's taken out of the play. Puck along the sideboards, and it's lifted right up in our direction and hits the side of the press box, and the face-off will come top of the circle in the Malone zone.
Well, all the years I've been working with you, that's the closest that we've come to getting beamed up here. That hit about a foot below the top of our booth, and but I wasn't worried because our statistician, Sally Manor, was sitting to my right. She was ready to catch it, so but no problem.
But you know what the problem is? We should have had Gary Donaldson over on that side.
Oh, then I would have been worried, though.
But he takes up a little more space. Here's a puck right in the slot. The Huskies try to control. They move it out to center ice. Bubba Girard is there, trying to flip it ahead. It's Cormanius' line out there now for Massena. Girard with the puck, looks up ice. He's going to skate it ahead, flips it ahead, and it's Joey Weiskopf just banking it off the boards deep. Cormanius chasing it down. He's upended, centers it anyway, but the puck poked away and out to center ice. Here come the Huskies to the Massena line. Girard is there, though, flipping it ahead. Cormanius, he gets knocked down. The puck bounces free in the zone. Delay offsides, Raiders have to clear. They do, but Malone clears the puck. Down the ice it goes. It's going to go right on Smythe, and they'll have to stop that one. And the puck in the corner. Around to St. Thomas. He looks to move it ahead. Cormanius, 2-on-2 now. Cormanius and Weiskopf. Cormanius trying to slide it through. It's knocked away, and the Huskies control it again. That's Santamore dumping it down the ice, and I think that will be an icing call against the Huskies.
12:34 left to play in this hockey game, and most of the first 2.5 minutes have been, in fact, all of the first 2.5 minutes have been down in the Husky end. But still, the Raiders haven't been able to dent that scoreboard.
A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard says 0-0. Says 12:34 left in the first period. Now we've got the Mike Menkes line. They had a great game last night against Seton Catholic. They're out there for the first time this afternoon. Back to the point. Barkley shot deflected right in front, and Pay has to make the save. Actually, I think it was a defenseman that deflected it. Puck in the corner. Raiders trying to dig for it. Huskies, no, they can't clear the zone. Finally comes back to the blue line. Pinching in is Ben Nightingale. He battles for it just across the blue line. Puck squirts free. Coming back for it is Hardy, and Hardy from Malone looks to move it ahead. Clears the zone back in off sides on Massena, as Barkley thought he was across the blue line, but he wasn't quite. And the faceoff will come just outside Husky territory.
Little things department. Jason Santamore, right wing on that Malone Husky unit, leaving the zone before the puck has cleared the zone. And especially when the opposition is putting all kinds of pressure on you, you want to get established in there, park yourself with the backside up against the boards. And I see Coach Mike Trimley talking to him now. Make sure you stay there till you get the puck out of the zone.
Rochford off the faceoff, bangs it off Wells' back into the zones, right back out again. Huskies poke check it. They got a 2-on-1, but Massena gets back. Puck in behind, Rochford trying to take the Husky out of the play, and he does, and comes up with a puck, flips around the boards to Ward. Here comes Ward now, digging out left wing, right wing side. He's going to carry it in, and I think Kyle Wells was just a tad ahead of the play on the left, and he's called for the offside.
Looking across the way to the benches, and on the Raider bench, as they were last night, dressed in civvies, so to speak, the Justin Walsh and Timmy O'Shea. And I know it's got to hurt those two young men that they're not out here performing this weekend.
Off the faceoff. Puck back in the Malone zone. Back after it there is Jared Duffy. Has it knocked away. Here's a chance for Ward. Or no, excuse me, that's Day now in. They're back with that first line from Massena. Has it poke checked away, and here come the Huskies out to center ice to the Massena line. And Wonky gets a piece of it, stops it momentarily. It's going to come to Rochford. Rochford banks it out to center ice again. The puck comes free to Duffy again, who dumps it in the zone. Delay offsides, Raiders clear the zone, and picking it up is Jeff Day from Massena. He gets, oh no, that's Rochford. He gets bodied, hits the side of the net, trying to pass it over to the other side. Now he moves it to Wonky. Wonky's headman pass out to center ice. Duffy dumps it right back in the zone. After it is Rochford. Rips it around to LaPointe. Mike LaPointe now picks it up and starts it. Here comes LaPointe. Long headman pass. Trying to get it to Pribble. It's knocked away, but LaPointe tries to follow. He still has it. Has it knocked away back to the blue line and out to center ice. Huskies back the other way to the Massena line. Here's DeRosie. Right to LaPointe. Here's LaPointe 1-on-4. Gets by one. Gets by two. Here's LaPointe centering it over on the other side. Here's Slack. His shot. Save made. And holding on is Neil Pay for the faceoff.
Mike LaPointe always looking, sees all of that ice, picked up the puck in the neutral zone, gained the offensive blue line, and looked, waited. He had a couple of green shirts in front of him, looking all the way. Eric DeRosie jumped down from the point, went through the slot area, but he was covered. Then finally, coming late, Jeff Slack on the left side, and LaPointe found him. Nice pass, and Jeff Slack went in, got a good shot, and Neil Payne able to make the save.
Face-off right side in Husky territory. Off the draw. It's Meacham's line out there now. Meacham with DiAgostino, who tries to center. DeRosie shot. Save made. Rebound cleared out to neutral ice. And back into the zone it comes. Massena territory. Charlie Durant overskates, but DeRosie's there to pick it up. Here's DeRosie, right side. On the wing, moves it out. Here comes Big Meacham. Meacham gets by one, takes it in left side. Here's Meacham in the corner. He stops, looks to center in behind the net. Here comes Slack trying to go to DiAgostino. Now Meacham in behind. He still has it. Gets knocked down. Gets back up again. He gets pushed and shoved, and he pushes the Malone Husky player and tries to move it along the boards to Durant. Here's Charlie out by the blue line. Bangs at it. Has it knocked away. DeRosie is there. Here's DeRosie coming back the other way. He fires one right on, and Pay has to make the save. In behind the net, Mark DiBattista flipping it on the boards to Patnode. Charlie Durant pinching in, keeps it in momentarily. Now the puck knocked away. They bang for it along the boards. Meacham throws a check again. Now DiAgostino battles for it. They still battle for it in the Malone zone. The puck's still free. Finally, the Huskies come up with it. They lift it high in the air, and down the ice it goes. Here comes Duffy in the zone looking to center. Nice play by Cameron to break it up. Actually, it was a 2-on-1, and the puck is underneath Cameron, and they tie it up there for the faceoff. Malone trying to get that guy out there to break free.
Yeah, and they did. Got caught up. The Raiders got caught up offensively. 4 guys down at the top of the circle, and Malone got possession of the puck and just dumped it out and caught Massena on a 2-on high floating pass, but caught Massena on 2-on-1 break. Mike Cameron, nice defensive move.
Face-off left side, Cormanius' line out for Massena. Cormanius wins the draw to Gerard, who takes it behind his own net for the Raiders. Massena with a puck in their own zone. Don't clear the zone. Bounces free, but it comes to Cormanius. He moves it out to center ice. Back in the zone. They bang for it right by the blue line. Puck along the boards. Kicking it free is Gerard. He fights for it. St. Thomas. And finally it goes back into the Massena zone. Mike Cameron with a puck. Cameron rips it around the boards. Doesn't get out of the zone. They whack at it there. Puck comes to St. Thomas. Headman right on the stick of Cormanius. He breaks in with Weiskopf. Winds up the shot. Save made by Pay. Weiskopf digs the puck out of the corner. Here's Weiskopf to Cormanius. We have a whistle. And I'm not sure what the call is. Is the net off?
That's
the net is off.
Okay. Great pass that time, starting that play out. Andy St. Thomas, just a beautiful pass. He found Nick Cormanius on the fly, put it right on a stick, and Cormanius carried it through the neutral zone, crossed the blue line, and then he found that other bullet on the left side, Joey Weiskopf breaking down the slot.
Off the faceoff, Weiskopf, his shot, he fired it wide. Puck goes to Cormanius in the corner. He flips it in behind to St. Thomas, who goes right back to the blue line to Cameron. Mike winds up. His shot. His block comes right in front. They backhander by St. Thomas. Save made by goaltender Pay. Puck around the boards. Huskies move it out to center ice. Here comes Jeff Cox with it. Cox, centering pass. Gerard has his man too well tied up, and the puck goes in the corner. Bubba picking it up, trying to go along the boards to the blue line. Here's Cormanius. Here comes the foot race. Cormanius and Taverny. Cormanius stops, flips it through to Weiskopf, and he fanned on the shot, and the Huskies try to move it back out and to neutral ice. Here's Barkley with it for Massena. He flips it right on, and another save made by Neil Pay. Puck in behind the net. Mike Taverny for Malone. He's got a man breaking. Nice pass. He's going to break right in all by himself. Here's a shot. Score! Matt Patnode gets the goal, and Malone goes ahead 1-0.
Cardinals send Matt Patnode in behind all 5 white shirts. The Raiders again caught up offensively, just thinking. And Patnode came off the bench, I do believe, but he was at the Massena blue line, and there wasn't a white shirt within 60 feet of him. And he went right down on that left side, walked right in, and put it right between the legs of Nathaniel Smythe. So the Huskies been under all kinds of duress, but they get on the scoreboard first.
Matt Patnode gets the goal, and I think Taverny will get the assist. Duffy gets an assist. Puck in the Massena zone. In behind the net. Barkley digging for it. Moves it to Mankies. Mankies around the board for Wells, rather. Has it knocked away, comes in behind the net. Barkley again. Barkley has it bounce away. Comes along the boards. Comes back, bouncing back in behind the net again. Now it's Nightingale. He'll try the other side to Wells. Wells trying to flip it ahead. It's knocked away. Comes into the circle, sits there. Huskies try to control it. But here comes Joey Ward. Ward's headman pass. Meant for Wells, goes by him down the ice. And they wave the icing off. Wells goes in after it, looks to center it. Comes to Ward. Ward in the corner. In behind the net for Mankies. Mankies flips it around the boards. It's intercepted by Taverny. Loses it side in the net. They bang at it, but Taverny skates out of the fray. And here come the Huskies out to center ice. Here's a shot from center ice, and Smythe holds on for the faceoff. And we'll have a faceoff in the Massena zone. 1-0 Huskies. 7:27 left in the first period.
Goal coming at 6:33, and an oddity on this goal. You don't see it too often, but the goaltender, Neil Payne, is going to pick up an assist along with Mike Tavernier, and the goal going to Matt Patnode, who put it right between the legs through the 5-hole.
Johnny Rochford with the puck now off the faceoff. In behind, he gets tied up, kicks it free, stays with it, skates it ahead. Moving it out to center ice, goes by everybody, into the Malone zone. Jeff Day chasing in after it. Here's Day in behind the net, trying to center it, but it goes by to the blue line. And back to neutral ice. Here comes Mike Duffy for the Huskies, and he just gets knocked down. The puck goes in the corner. Raiders trying to pick it up there. Rochford backhands it out to neutral ice. Back in the zone. Raiders are going to clear. Here comes Lapointe, lets it go and gets by the D. Here comes Mike Lapointe, skates in, shot, score! Mike Lapointe ties it up, and it's a 1-1 tie hockey game.
Mike Lapointe down that right side from about 25, 28 feet on the off wing and just wristed one. And Neil Payne, that's kind of soft on that one. You got to stop those. It was on the stick side, but Neil didn't challenge him. Got to come out a little bit. Maybe he was worried about somebody on that far side, but he's got to let his defense pick up that guy. But Captain Mike Lapointe knots this contest up for the Raiders.
Lapointe gets the goal. I think Drew Wonke. Well, yeah, Drew Wonke picks up the assist, and Johnny Rochford.
That'll be Mike's 8th goal of the year.
Off the faceoff, Rochford with it over to Wonke. He flips it along the boards, trying to get it to Meacham. Knocked away from him. And now the Raiders move it. Here comes Slack. Nice feed to Meacham, busting in left side. Centering pass, right in front, Slack shot. Score! No, it's in the net now, Meacham! And it looked like it was going in 3 times before Meacham finally put it in. But Meacham gets the goal. Slack and DiAgostino will pick up assists. They both had chances to score, and the Raiders go ahead 2-1.
Just good hustle going to the net by that line of Meacham, Anthony DiAgostino, and Jeff Slack. And as you mentioned, first Jeff Slack had a crack at it, and then Anthony DiAgostino had the open side, and he slid it across the crease. And Eric Meacham, standing the other side, was the one who knocked it in.
Off the face-off, puck in the Massena zone. Meacham back after it. Goes to Drew Wonke. Wonke flips it ahead. Here comes Slack's headman pass, knocked away, but Meach follows up, takes it across. Here's Meacham, centering pass in front. DiAgostino gets knocked down by Taverny. Gets right back up again. Puck rips around the boards. Wonky pinches in. Does he keep it in? No. Puck out to center ice. Back in the zone. Wonky comes back out and flips it on the backhand in behind the net. Nice hustle by Drew Wonky there. Defense for Huskies. DiBattista, they try to get a man breaking again. This time they miss it, and icing is the call. That time it was Chris Hardy loafing down by the Massena blue line trying to get that long headman pass.
The Raider Lightning has struck again, 2 goals in 17 seconds. I'll tell you, when they get them, they get them in bunches. The first one, 8:14, Mike Lapointe, is 8th of the year. And then at 8:31, Eric Meacham picking up his 10th of the year with Anthony D'Agostino and Jeff Slack assisting.
Off the faceoff, DeRozzi flips in the corner. It's intercepted by DiBattista, and his long headman pass comes out to neutral ice. Huskies taken in the zone. Reveille, he's taken out of the play. DeRozzi picks up the puck for the Raiders in behind his own net. He'll start out left side. Looks ahead. He's got a man breaking. Cormanius. Oh, big defensive play by Taverny to break it up, or Cormanius would have had a breakaway. Puck comes free in the Massena zone. Huskies right back in after it. And a hard check thrown there by Eric Seacott. Here's the puck out to the blue line. St. Thomas. He looks up ice. Bounce pass meant for Cormanius. It's going to be an offsides as Nick came up with a puck, but he was a little bit ahead of the play.
5:15 left in this second period. Huskies got on the board first, but Raiders responded with 2 quick goals within 17 seconds, I guess it is, and lead 2-1.
Faceoff will be out in neutral ice, just on the Malone side of the red line. As the Mankeys line coming back out, it'll be Jordy Boyer, Mike Barkley. This is Mike Barkley from Malone, and Jeremy Hardy for the Huskies, their 4th line for the first time here this afternoon. Off the draw. Puck comes back. Pinching in is DeRozzi. He can't control DiBattista. Flips it out to center ice. Goes into the Massena zone. Eric Seacott picks it up. Moves it ahead. Wells ahead to Mankeys. Here comes Mankeys. Takes it across. Just flips it inside Husky territory. DiBattista loses to Mankeys. Trying to get it back to the blue line. Massena was changing defense, so there's nobody there. Now Bubba Girard comes off the bench, flips it ahead to the Husky zone. Taverny picks it up and skates back in behind his own net. Mike Taverny for the Huskies, moving it out. His headman pass goes to the Massena line. In fact, it goes all the way down the ice, and it's picked up by Bubba Girard. Girard on the headman, trying to get it to Ward. He caught him going the wrong way, and that'll be an icing call against Massena.
Evidently, the Huskies have, through scouting reports, talking to other coaches in the conference, because they are continually to hang that guy, try to sneak that guy in behind the Raider defense. And Massena sometimes has that tendency when they get caught up in that offensive frenzy that, they drop all 5 guys down inside the offensive zone and forget about that guy out there.
Of course, the other side of that coin is when you drop a guy low like that, you're playing man down in your own end.
You bet.
Off the faceoff, puck out to neutral ice. Here comes Jeff Day. Day to Lapointe, nice pass. Here's Lapointe, shot, score! And Mike picks up his 2nd goal of the game, and it's 3-1 for Massena. And what a pass by Jeff Day.
Yeah, Jeff Day, not only a good pass, but they took the body. He had the puck crossing the blue line, the right side, saw the hit coming. The defenseman creamed him, but he just kind of slid the pass laterally, and Mike Lapointe, trailing the play, picked it up and from almost the same spot. And this time Payne cheated to his right, thought he'd go stick side, and this time Mike Lapointe went glove side and high, and just in under the crossbar. In fact, the goal judge didn't put the light on.
Yeah, that one came in and out, but it was definitely a goal. Now the puck tied up right along the boards in front of the Massena bench, and the whistle blows immediately. Cameron picks up an assist along with Day.
The time of that goal is 10:51. Mike Lapointe is 9th of the year, as you mentioned. Jeff Day and Mike Cameron.
Off the faceoff, Taverny in his own end for the Huskies. He's got Pribble bothering him, flips it to the blue line. Pinching in is Girard. Does he keep it in? He does, but the Huskies are going to control anyway. They move it to the Massena line, but Lapointe is there. Here's Lapointe trying to flip it ahead, goes off a leg, and is picked up by Jason Santamore. Santamore's pass intercepted by Lapointe. Here comes Lapointe, ahead to Pribble. Pribble to Jeff Day. Day gets tied up along the boards, trying to move it free with a skate. Finally, it goes along the boards in the corner by way of Lapointe to Pribble. Pribble steps in behind, gets tied up, has it knocked away by Taverny, gets it back again, fights for it in behind the net, and here's Pribble trying to move it. Lapointe in front, shot, save made. And Mike didn't have much to shoot at, went for the 5-hole, and Pay closed his legs just in time.
You talk about operating in all cylinders. Well, that line of Pribble, Day, and LaPointe, they certainly are operating in all cylinders. All over the Huskies, every time they're out there, just relentless forecheck, and they're pounding them physically. And I tell you, the Huskies defense are looking. When they're out there, they hear footsteps, are looking all the time.
Now we've got Meacham's line out from Massena. Off the face-off, it's the Mike Evans line from Malone. Huskies move it out to center ice. Here comes Evans with it. His head-man pass. He hits Duffy. Duffy gets tied up. And the puck, that was slack. Duffy gets it back again. Centers it right in front. And actually deflected off Adam Barkley, and went right in. And Nathaniel Smythe covers it up and holds on.
Yeah, kind of a strange one. The puck came out of the corner and hit the Raider defenseman, redirected at about 45 degrees right back to Nathaniel Smythe. But he was kind of surprised, but able to pounce on it and hold for a face-off.
Face-off inside Massena territory. Evans will face off against Meacham. Meach wins the draw to Barkley. Barkley in behind his own net. He'll go to Nightingale. Nightingale kind of fanned on the pass and gets tied up. And now there's a big scrum in the corner. And the face-off will come to the other side of the Massena zone, left side.
Last time this line was out there, and you had called it, Eric Meacham in behind his own net was hit by the Malone defenseman, not once, twice, Tavernier, who bounced him off the boards. Well, Meacham just kind of stopped digging for the puck, turned around and looked at Tavernier and just threw him to the ice. Said, hey, what's going on here? He is a big one. 6'2", about 175 pounds, only a sophomore.
He's got 18-foot-long arms, too. Did you notice that? What a reach. Puck in behind the net. Meacham with it. Flips it around the boards for Jeffrey Slack. Ahead to Meacham. Meacham pokes at it. Bounces back in the corner. Nightingale will get it. Nightingale will try Barkley on the other side. Comes ahead. It's intercepted. Dumped in behind the net. We have a whistle. I think we're going to have our first penalty of the game against Malone.
It's going to be a roughing call, and it looks like number 21 is going to get the gate. That's Sean Reveille.
Yep. And apparently he got batted around once too many times. So you don't like to see those roughing penalties in the offensive zone. But he's going to pick one up, and the Raiders will go on our first power play of the game, and we're looking to give away a case of Coca-Cola Powerade here if the Massena Red Raiders can come up with a power play goal.
Raiders' power play has been very hot. They picked up a couple last night. In fact, they're 26%. That's excellent when you're on the power play. 15 for 58.
Well, we've got LaPointe out there, Cormanius and Pribble. No, wait a minute, Weiskopf, excuse me. And, no, that is Pribble. It's LaPointe plays the point along with Cameron. There we go. Cameron moves it out. It's intercepted, dumped right back in, right back to Cameron. This time he'll skate it ahead a little bit and go ahead to Mike LaPointe, who reefs it down the ice into the Husky zone. Pribble in there after it. He's got the puck in the corner, gets tied up, kicks it free. Weiskopf trying to center it, but it's knocked away. Huskies don't clear the zone. Here's LaPointe. Goes to Cormanius. Nick in the corner looks to set up the power play. Back to LaPointe. Back to Cormanius at the 45. Cross ice pass to Cameron. He winds his shot. Save made.
Huskies going to have to change one of the things they've been doing coming out of their own end. They've been coming up the middle a lot, and the Raider defense are reading that, the off defenseman, and they're stepping down. That time Malone tried to come up the middle, and Mike LaPointe, playing the right point, just stepped down and intercepted, and he was about 35 feet in the slot.
Off the faceoff, Cameron. Massena leads 3-1 on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. Puck in behind the net. Huskies control. Di Battista to the blue line, but not out. Here's Cameron ripping it around the boards for Pribble. This time left side of the goal. He goes to Cormanius at the 45. Back to LaPointe at the point. Here's LaPointe to Cormanius. Nick controls it. Goes in behind to Pribble, who steps in front. Shot, save, rebound, score! And Pribble just came out in front of the net and just got a shot, picked up his own rebound and scored, and the Raiders go ahead 4-1 on the power play.
The Raiders on that overload and had Pribble down in the corner and Cormanius up around the top of the circle, the 2-on-1, and Cormanius just fed it down to Pribble, and he was looking for someone to pass to, met no opposition, walked right out of the corner from the left to Payne, took a shot, Payne made the save, the rebound came right back to Pribble again, not a green shirt laying a glove on him, and the Tasmanian Devil just knocked it in that empty side, picking up his own rebound.
So we've got a WMSA Powerade power play winner, but here come the Huskies down into the Massena zone. They center it, but it's knocked away in front. Here's a shot, and they score. Huskies make it 4-2. And
Jeff
I think
Ling.
that's going to be Santamore getting the goal.
I think it's Jeff Ling.
Oh,
We'll wait and see.
okay.
We'll see if 7, maybe it is Santamore. I thought 7 knocked it in, but we'll wait and see. Again, the Raiders a little sloppy in their own end. Puck in the corner. The Huskies hustled in, threw it out. Ling, I think, took the initial shot, might have picked up his own rebound, but we'll wait and see what the announcement. I have a feeling it's going to be number 7, Jeff Ling.
Yep, you're right. Jeff Ling gets the goal to make it 4-2. And the Huskies dump into the Massena zone. They got a chance again. Here comes Ling again, but it bounces off his stick into the corner. They look to center it, but Johnny Rochford is there to pick it up. Here's Rochford starting out of his own zone. A lot of goals in this first period, 6 already. Here come the Raiders. Mike Menkes across the blue line. 4-2, the Raiders lead on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. Puck in the corner. They battle for it in the Malone zone, and we'll have a whistle and a tie-up. And we picked a WMSA Powerade Power Play winner for the Power Play Gold, Jared Bradish of Allen Street in Massena. Jared Bradish is our winner. He wins a case of Powerade. All he has to do is come out to the WMSA studios during business hours and pick it up. Jared Bradish, the winner. Congratulations.
59 seconds left in the first period.
Off the faceoff, puck in the circle. Husky zone, they dump it down the ice. That's going to go right on Nat Smythe, so no icing. He leaves it in the corner for Charlie Duran. Flips to DeRosie. Puck around the boards to DiAgostino. Out to center ice. Meacham has it knocked away. Huskies right back into the zone. They dump it in the Massena zone in behind the net. DeRosie has it knocked away, side of the net. They drop to the blue line, and the point man misfired on it. That was Jared Duffy. Puck in the corner now. The Raiders start to move it ahead. Long headman past DiAgostino, and he went after it and tipped it deep in Malone's zone. About 17 seconds left in the period. Huskies try to get that man by the blue line again, but that time the Raiders knock it down, and had they been able to get the pass up, he would have been all by himself. Here come the Huskies again. Puck bouncing around at the red line with 2 seconds left. DiAgostino whines as the buzzer sounds. Point. They've done some damage already. The Hardy line from Malone, Hardy, Patnode, and Santamore. Durant, DeRosie from Massena on defense. We've got DeBellis out there along with Di Battista. Off the face-off, it's Eric DeRosie. Looking up ice, goes by everybody. That'll be an icing on Massena. And I think he caught Jeff Day going the wrong way, and Day looked behind him, and the puck was already by him and down the ice, so the face-off will move back in Raider territory.
You and I, talked between periods how well that line of Day, Jeff Day centering Mike Lapointe and Les Pribble looked in that first period. They're literally on fire, and boy, when they get inside, they just punish the opposition defense.
Jeff Day will take the face-off in the Massena zone. He wins the draw back to DeRosie. Eric starts out right in front of his net. Looks on the wing, out to center ice. It's knocked away by DeBellis back inside Massena territory. DeRosie there. Here's DeRosie sliding it out ahead to Day. Goes off his skate. Here comes Pribble racing for it. Now Day follows, takes it across, but Les had been blocked across the blue line, and offsides will be the call.
We mentioned the officials here this afternoon's game. The Alex Bay contingent, the young one being George Dobbins, and the, I won't say the ancient one, because that puts me in that category, Arnie O'Reilly. Arnie, well known throughout the North Country, former excellent hockey player and excellent official.
Meacham's line out from Massena now. Meacham, Slack, and DiAgostino. And it's the Evans line. Evans, Duffy, and Rebeli in the zone. DiAgostino trying to dig for it. Taken away by Jared Duffy. Doesn't clear the zone. Cameron flips it in behind the net. Taverny trying to come up with it. It's poked free by Slack. Jeffrey centers it, trying to get to DiAgostino. It's blocked away and goes up into the mesh and is tied up for the faceoff.
At times in that first period, we went 2.5 minutes without a whistle. Here in this opening second period, we've 12 seconds shy of a minute. I think that's the third or fourth whistle.
Well, I'll tell you, things look at that Canton game. That first period flew by, and then it got slow. Off the draw, Slack just lifts it into the zone. Picked up by Di Battista. Off the boards, out to center ice. Cameron backhands it right across. Messina has to get onside, and Taverny is there. Here's Taverny. Rips it along the glass, takes a funny bounce right into the circle, but the Huskies will clear, and it bounces all the way back in the Massena zone, and Cameron comes in after it. Cameron going for it along with Duffy. The puck sits there, picked up by the Huskies in behind. Cameron gets tied up again, fights for it, gets knocked down. The puck comes free. Huskies banging for it behind the net, and finally Cameron will come away with it and start out on the left side. Here's Cameron's headman pass, a bouncer to Meacham. Meacham, he builds up the head of steam left side, trying to drop it to Slack. Jeffrey comes in front, gets knocked down, got a shot off anyway, it's wide. Meacham now digging the puck in from behind, flips it to Slack. Jeffrey circles, he's got a man breaking in Cameron, and he got him the pass and just jumped under his stick, and it comes back out to neutral ice. Girard flipping it ahead into the Malone zone. The Huskies come back the other way. Here's a shot from neutral ice, and Nat makes the save and covers up. Big shot from Jared Duffy. Took kind of a funny little pop right in front of Nat Smythe, and he gathered it in and held on for the faceoff.
Speaking of pops, Jeffrey Slack took one down at the other end. That line of Slack, DiAgostino, and Meacham put together this afternoon, looking another fine shift out there, but they worked it up the ice, tic-tac-toe, and Jeff Slack worked his way in and ready for getting a shot on goal, and Mike Evans gave him a good solid check.
Off the faceoff, puck bounces right across the goal mouth into the corner. Raiders trying to come up with it. Drew Wonke flips it along the boards. Joey Weiskopf, did he get it out? No, he didn't. Puck back in the zone, back out again, and trickles to the Malone line. Huskies try to move it ahead. They turn it back the other way. Here comes Ling. Ling winds up. His shot is blocked. Puck comes back to Andy St. Thomas. He gathers it in, looks up ice, goes for Nick Cormanius. Back to St. Thomas. Has it knocked away. Puck comes to Ben Nightingale in the corner. He'll wrap it around on the other side. Joey Weiskopf has it batted away. Comes back to Nightingale around the boards. Ling takes it away, but Cormanius takes it off his stick. He'll start out right side. Here comes Cormanius. Oh, he can fly. Cormanius busting down the right wing, builds up the head of steam, takes it in the corner, trying to center, goes in behind the net to St. Thomas. He's got Weiskopf looking to center to him, gets it back again, trying to feed it out in front, but the Huskies move it, and they're going to ice it. Down the ice it goes. It'll get across the red line for the icing call, and the faceoff will move back inside Husky territory.
You mentioned Nick Cormanius. I'll tell you, he's got several gears, and I don't think he had that one high in the last gear, but he was still motoring. But a good job by number 17, Captain Mark DiBattista, to play the angle and be able to ride Cormanius and take him to the corner and give him a good solid check up against the boards.
Mankey's out there for Massena against Hardy. Mankey's wins the draw, goes after it himself in the corner, trying to flip it through. Ward with it, bangs it in behind the net. Now it's Kyle Wells. He gets tied up by that big defenseman Duffy. The puck stays free, though. Bounces along the boards, back into the circle, but the Huskies will control. And here comes Hardy. Hardy just dumps it in the Massena zone. Bounces in behind the net for Johnny Rochford. Rochford circles back, changes direction, takes it back in behind the net again. Bounces it by one, starts to move it ahead. Looks for the head man right on the stick of Wells. Wells takes it across, trying to center it in front. And Ward couldn't quite get there. Now he goes in after it to Mankey's in behind the net. Michael with a puck centers it, bounces free, and the Huskies move it to the blue line, out to center ice. Picked up by Johnny Rochford. He'll skate it by, trying to go to Ward, and he flips it in by Ward. Here's Rochford in behind the net, still going after it. Johnny Rochford has it knocked away. Puck squirts in the corner. Jared Duffy with it. Duffy trying to move it out to center ice. Drew Wonke's there to flip it right back ahead. Duffy follows up. His shot from center ice goes off Wonke's pad and into the corner. Drew after it to pick it up. Bats it around the boards. They bang for it. Comes to Ward. He pokes it. And down the ice it'll go. That'll be an icing against Massena, I do believe. And the whistle blows. And the faceoff will move back in Massena territory. 10:50 left in the second period. And on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Raiders continue to lead it 4-2.
You know, as a coach, you always try to put, especially with defensemen, you try to balance them out with the pluses and minuses, strong points, weak points. And for a good example with John Rochford and Drew Wonke, John, a rushing defenseman, up the ice a lot. Drew, stay at home, defensive type of defenseman. Good balance.
Off the faceoff, Raiders trying to move it ahead. DeRosie with it. He circles around, starts to move it. Flips it ahead for Pribble. Has it go out to neutral ice, knocked away. Pribble comes up with it, though. Trying to go to Dave, but he can't control. Finally, it's Pribble, or DeRosie rather. He winds his shot. Save made by Pay. Puck in the corner. Pribble again. Looks in front for Day. Deflected it just wide. I think it went off his leg. Puck in behind the net. DiBattista rips it around the boards. Comes all the way out to neutral ice. DeRosie waved at it. Flips it ahead. Has it swept away. Comes to Charlie Durant. Durant skates it ahead for Mike Lapointe. Here's Lapointe across the blue line. Has it poke checked away. Dumped back down the ice into the Massena zone. DeRosie skates back after it. Eric DeRosie flips it ahead for Mike Lapointe. Lapointe goes to Pribble, bounces away from him. DiBattista. Now it's Durant. Charlie likes to rush the puck, takes it across the blue line, goes to Day. Day in the corner. Charlie broke his stick, Now the puck in behind the net in the Malone zone. Charlie needs, well, he's going to get off the ice. He needs some new lumber, about 25, 30 bucks down the tubes there. Puck in behind. Massena still digging for it in front. The shot. Oh, big save. And a good chance there for Slack, and a nice save.
Either save or he hit the crossbar, I'm not sure.
Okay. Here's Slack out by the blue line, has it knocked away, and the Huskies move it down the ice. They might have had a breakaway, but they couldn't come up with it. Comes back to Slack at the blue line. He looks ahead, and that's going to be an icing. No, they wave it off as it touched somebody on the way through. Puck in behind now as the Meacham line comes out in its entirety for Massena. Meacham in there forechecking, sweeps it away, it bounces to center ice, and the Huskies have it. Into the Massena zone, it's Hardy, poked away from him, comes to D'Agostino. He moves it along the boards, has it batted away. Mike Cameron in his own end. Cameron's cross-ice pass on the other side. The Raiders move it ahead. Don't clear the zone. Wait a minute here.
It's got possibly too many men on the ice.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what it is.
Mass transit over there. It looked like, a Grand Central Station at rush hour. They were coming in and out, and probably both teams might be a little guilty of it, but George Dobbins fingered Malone, and they're going to take too many men on the ice.
Well, what happened was the puck came right in front of their bench as they were changing lines, and they got caught, and that'll give Massena another power play. They scored last time out of the power play.
Massena hasn't been playing the body this period early on, Jerry, and it's kind of tic-tac-toe with the puck, and the only time they did, Les Pribble drilled the Malone defender behind the net, dug the puck out and threw it out to Jeff Slack in front. I think Slack hit the crossbar, but they've got to take the body a little bit more.
Off the face-off, Raiders on the power play here. Mike Cameron in his own end. Flips it ahead for Bubba Girard. Girard going for Meacham. Meacham just sticks it in the zone. There's a race for it. Taverny is there first for Malone. Takes it in behind the net. Makes a good shift, looks for the hole, doesn't clear it. Meacham stops it partially. Kept that in at the blue line. Now it's poked out to center ice, and Cameron has to chase back after it. Here's Mike Cameron with it. Flipping it, doesn't clear the zone. Huskies have it in the Massena zone. They center. They got a man in front. He tries to dipsy-doodle by, but he's knocked off the puck. Around the boards it goes and out to center ice. Huskies doing a good job killing this one so far. Massena a little problem getting started on this power play. Now the puck goes into the Massena zone and is picked up by Cameron. Cameron, headman pass for Day, goes by him. That'll be an icing call. No, they wave it off, and the puck goes in the Malone zone. Here comes Day with it behind the net. Circles, looks to wrap it around, but it's knocked into the corner by the Huskies. Puck goes side of the net. Day gets knocked down. Bounces free in behind. They bang for it there, and Ward goes after. He can't come up with it. Taverny dipsy-doodling in his own end, trying to flip it to the blue line. It bounces just across. Dumped right back in by Bubba Girard. Massena gets caught deep as Day is going to have to skate to the bench, and the Huskies dump it down the ice. Down to 7 seconds, so this power play goes for naught. Here comes Massena breaking the other way, Nick Cormanius, and that's going to be an icing call as he couldn't quite catch up with it.
Talk about throwing the body around. I'll tell you, number 22, Jared Duffy, Captain Jared Duffy of the Huskies. He's a big one, 6'2", 195 pounds. He he must have listened to someone about throwing the body because he leveled two Massena forwards in behind that net. But a good job by the Huskies in killing that penalty and kept the Raiders off balance throughout the minute and a half.
4-2, Raiders continue to lead here, but the game has slowed down considerably from that first period.
Yes, it has. Yeah, we mentioned the first less than 50 seconds, they had 4 whistles.
Off the face-off, in behind the net. Nightingale with it from Massena, around the boards to St. Thomas. Headman to Nick Cormanius, a little bit too far. Di Battista flips it to the Massena blue line, right back in the zone it goes. It's Barkley. He turns it around, over to Nightingale. He'll look to start it out. On the wing, out to center ice. Here comes Cormanius, trying to pick it up. He's got Weiskopf, no, St. Thomas. Shot, save, oh boy. Big chance for St. Thomas there all by himself. He fired it right at the goalie. Now the puck comes to Barkley. Flips it ahead, back in the Malone zone. Di Battista there to pick it up. He tries to move it out. Ahead it goes to Jeff Ling. Ling, his pass intercepted. Ooh. Here's Cormanius into the Malone zone again. Offsides.
Andy St. Thomas sent in by Nick Cormanius, but Andy made that cardinal sin that a lot of forwards, especially young forwards, do. When they get inside, they put the head down and don't look, and when you bury that head, the goaltender knows you're going to shoot, and Payne came out a little bit, and St. Thomas just put it right on the pads. But you got to feel it on the stick, and keep the head up, look all the way. And that way it gives you so many opportunities, and you don't have to shoot it hard. You just have to put it in the right spot.
That's right. Off the face-off. Here come the Huskies back in the Massena zone. Duffy trying to slide it through. He's knocked off the puck. It bounces free to Mankies. Mankies comes up with it behind the net. Bounce pass to Kyle Wells. Wells ahead to Mankies. Mankies has it knocked away. Kept in at the point. Here's a shot. Was deflected wide to the blue line, but kept in by the Huskies. In behind the net. Drew Wonke throws a check, and Rochford picks up the puck, slides it ahead. Wells ahead, it goes to Mankies. Michael starts down from Massena. His headman pass, meant for Ward, goes into the corner. In behind the net, Taverny with it. Here's Taverny, skates back the other way. Here comes Taverny building up the head of steam, does the dipsy doodle, and then flips it in the corner. Picked up by Rochford. Johnny starts it. Headman doesn't clear the zone. Massena with it, or Malone with a chance in front all by himself. They score. That's Matt Patnode. And it's 4-3 from Massena. The Raiders again sloppy in their own end.
Well, you let it, the opposition hang around, and the Raiders just not into it this period. They've got to take the body a little bit more, get into the game, and a little sloppy clearing the zone. And number 12, Matt Patnode, see who picked up the assist. They lost the number of his line mate who fed him the pass. Patnode coming in on the left side, and his forward teammate fed him the pass. Kick was coming down the middle, and Patnode took it on the left side, cut in, and put a backhander right between the legs of Nathaniel Smythe.
Off the face-off, Pribble with it. He flips it deep in Malone territory. Back after DiBattista. Long dump, trying to get that guy breaking again. That'll be an icing call against the Huskies as they look for that long breakout pass every time.
Again, you look up at that scoreboard, 4-3, and, the Raiders have just dominated this hockey game, almost 5 minutes, 18 seconds shy of 2 periods, but they only lead by 1. That goal at the 9:27, his second of the afternoon, and Matt Patnode with Santamore and Hardy picking up the assist, and Santamore kept it in. Hardy coming down the middle, a little backhanded pass, and Patnode did the rest.
Here's DeRosie with it. Goes to LaPointe in the circle. His shot over the net. Puck bouncing around on the other side. Durant, his shot right on, and Pay's going to cover up for the faceoff. 4-3. Massena leads by a singleton on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. We're down to 5:07 left in the second period.
Sometimes, as the coaches just... it's like flipping a switch. The players, they go in these funks, and you wonder why, and you just can't figure it out.
Off the face-off, Durant keeps it in at the point. In behind the net, DiBattista going around on the other side, trying to come up with it. He does out to center ice. What's the whistle for there? Interference call against Massena, I believe. Charlie Durant will pick up a penalty for interference, and the Huskies will go on their first power play of the game.
Well, I'm not sure if that was against number 5. Santamore was trying to break in behind the defense, and I thought he fell on his own, but George Dobbins right on the call, and Charlie didn't argue too much, didn't protest in any way, so I didn't think that was a... Whoops, it's going to the bench. Are we getting a bench minor here? I think we are, too. Somebody said something on the bench, and George Dobbins is... Number 20. Is that Mike Menke's coming across? There's going to be another penalty. Maybe you got a misconduct down here by Charlie Durant. We'll wait and see.
No, it's it could be, yeah. So now Massena's down 2 men. Les Pribble, unsportsmanlike. Uh-oh.
Well, that's not Pribble. Oh, it is Pribble. I thought it was 11. It's 12. Pribble. Something was said to the official on the bench, and to the official from the bench, and the Raiders are down 2 men for 1:30.
Okay, the Huskies with a golden opportunity here to tie this game. They dump it in the Massena zone, in behind the net. Here's Cameron with it. Cameron looking to waste a little time, gets tied up. Puck squirts free, though. Huskies control. Back to the blue line. Here's Taverny, fakes the shot. Taverny moving over on the other side. Here's the shot right in front. Oh, deflected just wide. Great opportunity for Santamore, and he fired it just wide. Now back to the blue line. DiBattista, his shot right on, save made. Rebound, poke checked into the corner. Puck around the boards. Somebody's broken their stick.
Massena player.
Here's the shot, it's blocked. And the puck picked up and out to center ice. And a good play there made by the Raiders.
Mike Cameron, great play.
Okay, Massena controls. Cameron again dumps it down the ice. LaPointe still has lost his stick, so Massena is still down. Now Mike's back. Here comes the chance for Taverny. Taverny in the corner, trying to center it. They move it back toward the blue line. Oh, there's going to be a cross check on LaPointe. Huskies still control the puck. There's the shot, the drive, and it's blocked in front. Bouncing in front, they get a man free, the shot, and it's still out of the net, and Nat Smythe dives on it. And Mike LaPointe will pick up a cross check with 11 seconds left in the two other penalties.
The Huskies had two players going for the puck. If either one of them, they ran into each other. They got the shot off, but if either one said, let me take it, they were all alone in Nathaniel Smythe. And I'm not sure if it was 17 who got the shot off, DiBattista or not, but that puck, I think, went between Smythe's legs and hit the goalpost on the far side and just hung there and just waiting for a green shirt to come around and knock it in. But I'll tell you, the Mike Cameron made a great defensive move. Mike LaPointe had lost his sixth. The Raiders were down 3 men. He didn't have a stick. Came back to the point with 2 green shirts in front, and the point man, I think it was DiBattista, cranked it up for Tavernier, and Cameron slid across and blocked it with his body, or that spelled big trouble for the Raiders.
Okay, face-off right side. 11 seconds left in the 2 penalties before LaPointe starts.
That's right, that'll be a delayed call, and that can't, until there's a stoppage of play, that third penalty doesn't start.
Okay, face-off in the Massena zone. Mike Evans out to take the draw. We've got Cormanius out there along with Weiskopf and Bubba Girard.
Raiders flirting with a little bit of danger here, picking up a host of penalties here late in this second period.
Okay, we're still waiting for the face-off. Of course, Durant and Pribble waiting to get back into the play. They'll be back on the ice in 11 seconds. Now the Huskies trying to make a change, and the officials are not going to let them. Massena gets the last change, being their home game. Okay, we're ready for the drop of the puck. Puck comes back to Taverny. He cranks it up, and he fired it wide. Puck around the boards. Cormania skates for it and flips it down the ice. And in just a moment, Massena's going to get a man back, and they do. And that's Durant, who comes out on the ice. So now it's a 5-on-4 power play. Here come the Huskies. Into the Massena zone. Taverny winds up, fakes the shot, looks to set it up. Back out by the blue line and lofts it through, and it's stolen and dumped down the ice by the Red Raiders. Now the goaltender, Pay, flips it ahead. Cormanius battling for it at the blue line. He flips it just in the cross, and it comes in behind the net to Taverny. Taverny in his own end for the Huskies. Of course, there's no time on the clock, so we don't know how much time is left on the other penalty.
It's going to be a stoppage of play, Jerry, for that to start, I think.
Well, the time will start because Massena is still down a man, so they're serving that other penalty. They just can't get Pribble back yet because they can't go back to full strength until there's a whistle, or they can't have an extra man on the ice. Puck still in the Massena zone. They battle for it. Comes to Taverny. His pass across ice to DiBattista, and he flips it in behind the net. Huskies trying to control into the circle, moving it around the horn, back to the blue line. Taverny flips it. Back to the other point. DiBattista winds up his shot deflected. High over the net. Bounces in front. Short side shot is wide. Charlie Durant looking just to tie it up. Now it comes free. There's a trip, but Massena moves it out anyway. Here comes Nick Cormanius. He gets tied up. Feeds it to Durant. The puck goes in the zone. In the Husky zone. LaPointe getting ready to come back on. He's back. And the Raiders kill the penalty. Now the bouncing puck comes to the Massena blue line, back out again. Meacham flips it into the Malone zone. Bodies are flying around here. Raiders still lead at 4-3. Here comes the Huskies' Ling across the blue line, winds up. His shot is wide, and the puck comes to LaPointe. He just lets it go, has it knocked away, dumped back in the zone, in behind the net. Barkley with it. Barkley picks it up, goes to Charlie Durant, ahead to LaPointe. Michael skates it free. Feeds it on the stick of Meacham. Meacham busting in, winds up. His shot is deflected up into the wall, and we'll have a face-off with 1:18 left in the second period, and the Raiders still holding on to that 4-3 lead. They killed off a 2-man Malone advantage for a minute and a half, and then another one-man Malone advantage for another minute and a half.
Yeah, there had been 2 penalties in this game up until that rash of penalties by the Raiders. Both Malone and Massena taking 3 penalties in less than a minute and a half. And dodging that bullet, Huskies had a couple of good opportunities, but weren't able to capitalize.
Off the faceoff, puck in front, back to the blue line. Barkley reefs it, and that deflects off a helmet into the corner. Pribble after it there, feeds it behind the net, gets by a check, gets by another check, has it kicked away, and the Huskies move it to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Malone, Jeff Cox, he just slides it right on. Smythe steers it in behind the net. Picked up by Ben Nightingale. He flips it around the boards, pinching in is Santamore. He's knocked off, the puck comes to Barkley. He'll go on the other side to Lapointe. Lapointe skates, picks it up, headman pass to Pribble. Pribble into the zone. Here comes Pribble on the left side. He and Duffy go together. Puck comes free, and in behind the net is Day with it, looking to center. Puck bounces away from him out by the blue line. Kept in by Barkley. He fires one in behind the net. Pribble after it there. He overskated. We have a whistle.
Looks like we're going to have a penalty, too. I didn't...
Going to be on Malone, but I didn't see that one either.
I'm watching the play.
Slashing.
Slashing penalty against Duffy, I think it is.
Yep, that's who it is.
Jared Duffy.
Ooh.
Boy, I didn't see that one. I was right focused in on the play in behind the net. Happened in behind Neil Payne, and Duffy doesn't quite agree with it either. He's shaking his head and mumbling as he came to the... But the Raiders are going to go on a power play, and they need to jumpstart their offensive game.
They've been kind of running around out there. And that's what maybe this power play will be what they need. They lead 4-3 here with 27 seconds left in the second period on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Off the face-off, Huskies, they just managed to clear it out. Lapointe almost kept it in. He comes back and drops it for Cameron by the red line. Cameron steps across and fires it just across the blue line. It's dumped right away by the Huskies, and Lapointe will have to gather it in at his own blue line. Lapointe's headman goes to Cormanius with 8 seconds left. That's going to about do it right there. Lapointe with it, 2 seconds. He's not going to get a shot, or is he? He does, but it's too late. Into the Malone zone. Goes to Pribble, has it knocked away. The Huskies move it out, dump it. Raiders were starting to do what they wanted to, but pass didn't quite have enough mustard on it. And now the puck comes to the Malone line. They're going to just dump it right back in the Massena zone. And here comes a chance for Hardy. Takes it across, but he's taken out of the play by Lapointe. And back comes Cormanius. He flips it in the corner. Husky territory, down to 30 seconds in the power play. Huskies look to move it ahead and dump it down the ice. I've always said it's tough to get started on the power play in a period, and so far the Raiders have really been unable to do much with it. Here's Lapointe with it ahead to Cormanius. Cormanius building up ahead of steam, goes right down the middle, flips it free to Pribble. Pribble into the corner, goes back to Lapointe, fakes the shot, into Cormanius to Pribble, back to Cormanius, setting it up now with 5 seconds left. Lapointe winds up, shot, glove save made. Pribble takes the rebound. Penalties at last, but here's Cormanius in front. Right across the goal mouth. Good opportunity. Cormanius in after it, comes up with it, flips it to Joey Weiskopf. Weiskopf in behind the net. Cormanius circling out of the corner. Back to the point. Cameron fakes, goes to Cormanius. Cormanius in front. Weiskopf trying to center it, gets it back again on the block. The puck comes to Cormanius in front. Nice poke check by the goaltender, Pay, to break it up. And it's dumped down the ice by the Huskies. They wave the ice off. Why, I don't know. And in behind the net, it's Lapointe with it. Lapointe has it knocked away. In front, the shot. Save made. Rebound, side of the net. Big save by Smythe there, and a giveaway in the Massena zone. Raiders move it out. Here comes Cormanius. Gets knocked off the puck, and the Huskies dump it again into the Massena zone. DeRosie back after it for the Raiders. Starts out. Here's DeRosie down the ice. Skates it. Flips it ahead for DiAgostino. Goes in behind the net. Taverny back after it. DiAgostino throws a check. The puck sits. Comes around the boards to Mike Duffy. Duffy skates it out. Long headman pass by everybody. And that will be an icing against the Huskies.
Oh boy, the Huskies came within a whisker. Number 21, Sean Reveley, found himself the possessor of the puck 10 feet out in front of Nathaniel Smythe, and he one-timed one and Smythe coming up with a big save, and then down at the other end, number 17 for the Huskies, Captain Mark DiBattista, made a great defensive end just prior to that when he slid across to block a Joey Weiskopf pass across the crease to Nick Kermanius, who was all alone. Great play by Mark DiBattista.
Off the face-off, DeRosie at the blue line. Flips it in the corner for D'Agostino. In behind the net, Meacham. Meacham will go to Slack on the other side, back to the blue line. Charlie Durant tees it up, the shot, save made. Where is it? It's underneath Pay, and he'll hold on for the faceoff.
Payne wasn't sure, but he was looking left, looking right. The bullet, Raiders fed it back to Charlie Durant at the point. He got a low bullet right on Payne, and but he was equal to the task, but he didn't know where it was.
Hardy will take the face-off against Meacham. Two pretty big guys off the draw. Puck in front. They bang at it. Comes to DeRosie. Has it knocked away. He goes after it at the point. Flips it in the corner. D'Agostino has it swept away. Comes back to the blue line. DeRosie keeps it in again. And it's D'Agostino coming back to help out, flipping it through. He gets tied up, and the Huskies come up with it. That's Mark DiBattista. He's checked out of the play momentarily, and whoa, Meacham just leveled him. Puck comes to Meacham, has it knocked away, and it bounces out to center ice. Here come the Huskies. They got a break. Here's a chance in front. They score! That's Jason Santamore, who just beat two Massena Red Raiders to the puck and breaks in alone on Smythe and beat him high, and it's tied at 4.
Yeah, after the Raiders had just kept the puck with some hard work in the corner, Malone cleared the zone. It came up the middle. And I thought it was number 20. What is it?
I thought it was. Well, number 5, wasn't it?
We'll wait for the call. It could be, but he just beat two Raiders to the puck just outside the blue line and walked right in and fired a bullet up over the shoulder of Nathaniel Smythe, and this is a tie hockey game.
4-4 tie on the Corky scoreboard. Yeah, it is. It is Santamore. Number 5. Puck in behind. St. Thomas from Massena. In the corner. In behind the net. St. Thomas centers it in front, but it's knocked away, and the Huskies break that back the other way. Here comes Malone. Into the Massena zone across the blue line. And Cormanius comes back and picks up the puck. Drops it to Cameron. Cameron ahead to St. Thomas. To Cormanius. Here comes Nick across the blue line. Goes to Weiskopf. His shot, save made by Pay. And the puck in the corner. Huskies clear it down the ice. They wave the icing off. And in behind, it's Mike Cameron picking it up. 4-4 tie hockey game in the third period. Puck out to neutral ice, intercepted by Taverny. Taverny trying to clear it out to center ice. It is. Bubba Girard drops it back. Now they flip it ahead for St. Thomas. He takes it across. Gets by the check. Winds up his shot. Save made. Pay didn't know where that was, but he made the save. St. Thomas steals it in front again momentarily, but the puck comes free and is picked up by Jeff Ling. Moves it out to center ice. St. Thomas is there to bang it right back in the zone. Taverny with it. 4-4 tie hockey game. We're in the third period. Malone and Massena. Who'd have thunk it, huh? Puck comes out to neutral ice. Barkley is there, flipping it ahead. In behind the net, it's Taverny again. Rounds the boards with it to the blue line, and it bounces out to center ice. Here come the Huskies down the ice. That's Jeff Cox. His shot right on, and it's covered up by goaltender Nat Smythe for the faceoff.
Recapping that tying goal by Jason Santamore, Raiders had sustained a little bit of pressure in the Malone end, but Malone just dumped it out into the neutral zone and right up the middle, and Santamore beat two Raider defensemen. It looked like they were closing from, they're going to sandwich them. And he just split them and went in and beat Smythe upstairs.
Off the face-off, puck at the blue line. Here's a shot deflected right on, and the save made by Smythe. Barkley takes it, wraps it around the boards, in behind the net. Huskies control back to the blue line. They try to move it to 45, but it's a check thrown. Here comes Massena's Joe Ward. Ward headman gets it back again, takes it across, trying to center it, but he's tied up and fed into the boards by DiBattista. DiBattista comes away with a puck. Flips it around the boards. Here come the Huskies out to neutral ice. Ben Nightingale is there to flip it ahead back in the Malone zone. Picked up by DeBellis. DeBellis goes over on the other side. DiBattista. Ward steps in front. Here's Ward with it in the corner. Coming back is Hardy. Hardy can't control it. Now Mankey's digging for it along with Ward. He squirts it free, but the puck bounces along the boards. Nightingale pinches in. Trying to keep it in, he does. Hardy is there to move it to the blue line, but not out. Raiders putting on a little pressure here. The puck trickles along the blue line, and finally it's out to neutral ice. Stolen right there by Lapointe. LaPointe gets knocked down. The puck comes free. DeBellis flips to an open wing, kept in there by Ward. Ward trying to center, but it's knocked away, and the Huskies break back the other way. Here comes John DeBellis leading the attack. He flips it in the Massena zone. Drew Wonke is there to flip it ahead for Pribble. Pribble's headman pass, got LaPointe breaking in. They catch him on a line change. Mike LaPointe shot, score! LaPointe with a hat trick, and Massena goes ahead 5-4 as they caught the Huskies on a bad line change. A great pass from Jeff Day to send them away.
Jeff Day and Les Pribble probably going to pick up assist on that, but as you mentioned, the Huskies on a line change, all 5 of them one side of the ice. You split the ice right down the middle and the length of it. They were all on the bench side, and Mike LaPointe all over here on the right side. And you mentioned it was Day. I thought it was Pribble. It doesn't make any difference. The forward slid the puck across to Mike LaPointe coming down that right side. He went right in alone on Payne and faked him and went with a backhand and beat him upstairs up over the glove side.
Mike LaPointe gets his hat trick. We have an icing.
Captain Mike LaPointe, that's his third. Assist going, number 4, Drew Wonke.
Wonke gets one. No, you're right, David. You are right. It was Pribble. Okay. It was.
6-3.
So yeah, Pribble gets the assist. His was the good pass that sent LaPointe in all by himself. Off the face-off, Huskies in their own zone control it. That's big Jared Duffy, and he is a big one. I'll tell you what, the Huskies have some size. They don't clear the zone. Cameron winds up. His shot is wide. Puck whips around the boards. Drew Wonke's there to center it right across the goal mouth, but Pribble was tied up. Pribble centers it in front. It bounces in behind. Here's big Mike LaPointe looking to center. Hits a leg. Now it's Day in front, and he has it knocked away, and the Huskies clear it out to neutral ice. Here's Cameron looking up ice for LaPointe. Michael Dipsy Doodles. Oh, boy. Somebody just got railed. That was Day, and LaPointe flips it in the zone. Here comes Taverny, ripping it around the boards. Cameron steps in front of it, comes up with it, trying to slide it through to LaPointe. Comes in front, Day back to LaPointe. Here's Mike LaPointe in front. The Pribble shot. Save made. Pribble bangs away at it, gets knocked down. It comes to Day, but the whistle blows.
Might have a hand pass, Jerry.
Okay, that's what it is. A hand pass. Pribble, he slid it with his glove to Day, and the Raiders have come alive.
Yeah, that line again of Day, Pribble, and LaPointe. Captain Mike LaPointe's had 3 goals out there, but they've just been a force just about every time out there, and they picked up the pace. Game tied. Third period, let's go out there and let's get one, gang, and they certainly did. Captain Mike LaPointe, his third hat trick, third of the afternoon, with Les Pribble and Drew Wonke picking up the assist, that coming at the 6:03 mark.
Chris Hardy's line out against the Meacham line. Meacham, DiAgostino, and Slack. Off the face-off, it's Mark DiBattista flipping it out to neutral ice. DeRosie's there, right back into the Malone zone. DiBattista picks it up again, looking to move it ahead, and it comes out to neutral ice. Raiders almost had it blocked, but it goes off a leg. Now it's back in the zone. Malone Huskies, DiBattista again. Rips it around the boards, intercepted by Meacham. Backhand pass right across the goal mouth. Slack was too well tied up. Goes back to the point with it. Durant flips it in the corner for Slack. Slack circles, top of the circle, centers it right in front, and Meacham couldn't get a stick on it. Goes back to the point. Durant winds up, shot, save, rebound in front, they bang at it, another save, hits the side of the net, the puck in behind, it's tied up in the mesh, and we'll have a face-off. I think they'll move the face-off outside the zone.
Good shift by that line of Meacham, DiAgostino, and Slack, putting all kinds of pressure. And again, assistant captain Charlie Durant cranking a nice slow shot from the point. That's what you want. Those are the kind that you can deflect and pick up rebounds on. Raiders have definitely picked up their pace a little bit here in the last few minutes.
Did take a Malone goal to wake him up, though, didn't it? Off the face-off, Taverny in his own end starts to move it out. Long headman, knocked down at center ice. DeRosie's there. Looks up ice for Anthony DiAgostino. Can't come up with it. Here come the Huskies. Taverny winds from the blue line. His shot took a funny bounce, deflected off something, goes around the boards. Out by the blue line, a bang for it. Some heavy checks being thrown. The whistle blows. We'll have a face-off. Top of the circle, I would guess, inside Massena territory.
I like this little number 10 for the Huskies, Mike Tavernier. He's not big for a defenseman, only 5'8", 145 pounds, but he's probably got the best set of wheels on this Malone club, and he can really dangle.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Ryan Martin is actually in attendance at a Massena hockey game.
Well, he's got to get prepped up for the Golden Knights for tonight.
Off the face-off, puck bounces high in the air, goes into the zone of the Huskies. Taverny can't clear it. Here's the shot. Score! Nick Cormanius! What a blast! And, oh, boy, the Raiders score their 6th goal with 6:42 left. On a blast, St. Thomas will pick up the assist.
I tell you, no one would stop that shot. I don't care, NHL or what. That was just a cannonading bullet from Nick Cormanius. The puck dumped into the Husky end, and Massena player and a Malone player ran for it. It just came off those two. Cormanius trailing the play, picked it up at the top of the circle, and just unloaded a bullet. And Payne
here he comes again. Cormanius breaks in, winds up, shot, save. Oh, that was close. As Pay made the save and gloved it, and he just barely kept it. And it looked like his glove might have been across the line, but nope.
The first one came from the right side, Payne's left. That one, Cormanius came down the left wing, and same thing, just cranked one up. Probably not quite as much on it, but labeled for the top left-hand corner, and Payne able to hold on.
Woohoo. Face off right side, off the draw. Puck sits in the circle. Here's a chance in front, but it's cleared in behind the net by Mark DiBattista, stolen away from him. Puck comes free. After it is Cormanius trying to leave it for St. Thomas, knocked away to the blue line, and it's Santamore out to center ice. Here come the Huskies. They fire it right in from center ice, high in the corner. Raiders still don't clear the zone. It bounces into the circle. Now it's Cameron making a good play, poking it in the corner, picking up the loose puck. Here's Cameron. He gets tied up. Puck comes free again. Huskies, good check thrown there by Bubba Girard. Knocks the puck and the player out of the zone. Huskies have to regroup, and they make a change here. They dump it down the ice into the Massena zone. Puck in behind. Hard check thrown by Girard. The puck comes free to Cormanius. And here comes Nick. Looking up ice. Gets it just across the blue line out to center ice. Huskies have to clear their zone, but the puck comes out anyway. Now the Raiders trying to move it down along the boards, banging for it. Here's Cormanius. He gets tied up. Huskies certainly are hitting, no question about that. And the puck squirts free in front, but the Huskies are there to move it out to center ice. Comes to Ben Nightingale. He just flips it ahead. DiBattista, his pass intercepted, and the puck goes right back in the Husky zone. Raiders lead 6-4 now. And Seacott's out there. He bangs it in the Husky zone. About 5 minutes remaining. Huskies dump it down the ice. That'll be an icing call, as I don't know if they want a line change or just wanted to take the pressure off.
That 6th Raider goal, his team-leading 15th of the year by Nick Cormanius. Joe Weisskopf and Andy St. Thomas picking up the assist. Weisskopf dumped it in, and Andy St. Thomas, good hustle down that right side. Beat the Husky player to it, and the puck came out just to the top of the circle, and Cormanius just cranked a bullet.
Off the face-off, Eric Seacott with it, trying to flip it along the boards. It comes to Mankey's poke checked away, kept in momentarily. Now it squirts out to center ice. Seacott's there to flip it right back into the Malone zone. Here's Taverny. Taverny around the boards to the blue line, kept in at the point by the Raiders, comes free in front. Joe Ward can't get the shot off, and it bounces all the way back in the Massena zone off a stick, and Nightingale skates in after it. Nightingale's going to round the boards with it, and it's kept in just inside the blue line by the Huskies. There's a big scrum right along the boards. Bodies flying. Raiders clear it, and here comes Ward with it. Ward kind of overskated it and stays with it. Taverny knocks it away. Hard check thrown there, but the puck's out to center ice. Here come the Huskies again. Mike Evans looking to center, but it's knocked away. And Johnny Rochford flips it ahead to the Malone zone, knocked back to the Massena zone there. Here come the Huskies, and they're just going to backhand it inside Massena territory with 4 minutes left in the third period. Drew Wonky with it. Wonky ahead to LaPointe. LaPointe feeding to Pribble. Pribble takes it across. Pribble looking to drop it. It's intercepted. And still in the zone somehow. Kept in momentarily by Wells, but now the Huskies backhand it to the Massena line. Drew Wonky's there to flip it ahead. Huskies going to pick it up. Taverny dumps it around the boards. Smythe stops it behind the net. Leaves it for Rochford. He'll go to Wonky on the other side. Wonky's headman just makes it out of the zone. One of those diagonal passes you hate. Here comes LaPointe now. LaPointe slides one right on. Save made by the goalie. Pay. Now some checking as Day throws the body in there. And the puck is tied up. And it's still free apparently. Yes, it is. Now Pribble comes up with the puck, trying to center it. Knocked away. Knocked away again. They just bang at it. Finally comes free. Here's Pribble. Back to the blue line. Rochford winds it up. His shot goes off a leg. Comes to Mike Lapointe. Lapointe trying to center it. It's knocked away by the defense, and it's dumped down the ice by the Huskies. That'll be an icing call against Malone. With 2:49 left in the third period on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Raiders lead at 6-4.
Huskies desperately needed a line change there. They were playing a little soccer out there, kicking the puck back and forth along the dashers. The two Malone players, they were so tired, couldn't get their stick down on it. But as you mentioned, 2:49 left. Raiders with a 2-goal lead.
Okay, Meacham's line coming out. Meacham with DiAgostino and Slack for Massena. Off the face-off, DiAgostino trying to go back to the blue line. Almost caught DeRozzi going the long way, but he got it. Now the puck cleared to the blue line. Huskies move it out to center ice. And here they come with the odd man rush. They're going to have a man in front, but getting back is Durant. And the puck comes free in behind. Centering pass goes behind the net. They don't see it. Charlie comes up with a puck. Eric DeRozzi, here's a shot from the blue line. Smythe will cover up. DeRozzi did what you hate to see with a 2-goal lead, and under 3 minutes left, he dove for the puck, and it gave Malone an odd man rush.
Exactly. There should be no way that with 2:20 and you're up by 2 that the opposition should get that odd man rush. So you can't dive the defenseman. They should keep that wing high, the offside wing, and even man rush, no problem. But and you get a good club who capitalize on those 2-on-1 situations. Bingo, you're back here to a 1-goal lead with 2 minutes to go in a hockey game. A lot of things can happen.
Face off right side. Meacham wins the draw. DeRozzi with it behind the net to Charlie. Charlie's going to backhand it to DeRozzi. He kind of lost in his skates. Flips it back to Charlie Durant in behind the net. Durant's going to ride it around the boards. Coming back for it is Slack. He drops it to DeRozzi. Here's Eric with it. Skates it back to Charlie. Durant rounds the boards with it. Up along the blue line. DiAgostino gets tied up. We got a penalty. I think it's going to be against Massena. It is. Let the Raiders touch it. And it's going to be a charging call against Massena. And Meacham is going to pick up the charge. So the Huskies will go on the power play here with 1:49 left in the third period.
Yeah, referee Arnie O'Reilly, he let Sean Reveley and Eric DeRozzi go behind the net. He probably could have called one there on either one of them, if not both, but he didn't let Eric Meacham, who we heard the big crash down to our left, and Meacham going to pick up a charging penalty with 1:49, and let's see what the Huskies do, and if they elect even to maybe to pull the goaltender when we get under a minute mark.
They're going to call a timeout right now.
Good timeout by Coach Chuck Devendorf, and I think he might pull him right now. We'll wait and see. He's down by 2, and again, it's you got to go up. He's got to get that next one to get close. We'll wait and see.
1:49 left in the third period. The Massena Red Raiders leading the Huskies by a pair, 6-4. Our score, the Huskies had come back and tied the game in the third period, made it 4-4. Massena scored 2 to make it 6-4, but Raiders not out of the woods yet. They've got a penalty to try to kill off here as Meacham picks up a charging call, and so it's going to be at least a one-man advantage, and if the Huskies pull their goalie, a two-man advantage.
Yeah, I'm sure that this game is going to give Coach Tim Long a couple of more gray hairs to add to his silvery locks up there. I didn't think coming into this game it would have been 4-4 in the third period.
No.
But, hey, that's what high school sports, we've said it so many times, and full marks to this Malone Husky club.
Absolutely. They played well here.
Yes, they have. Definite underdog, and, if they had a few more skilled players taking advantage. They haven't had a lot of opportunities offensively, but especially in that two-man advantage, they had a chance to really, to get a couple of goals on the board, but just couldn't quite do it away. But they've hung tough, and credit to goaltender Neil Payne and to the entire Husky squad and Coach Chuck Diefendorf and his staff.
One thing about the Huskies, they are big. They're very large. They've got some big kids on this team.
And fairly young too.
Yeah, and they can. They like to hit. Okay, face-off just inside the Massena zone. Cormanius out to take the draw against Hardy. Off the draw, Cormanius wins it out to neutral ice, dumped right back in the zone. DeRozzi after it, picks it up in the corner, and takes it around to Durant. Charlie rips it, and down the ice it goes. And DiBattista looked down, but he didn't block it.
That's what they had. They wanted to get it in the zone. He wasn't able to keep it in. Big mistake.
Puck back in the Malone zone now. Hardy in behind the net. Looks to start it up. Moves it out Hardy. Oops, he almost lost it. Now he reefs it back in the Massena zone. Durant after it. Wraps it around the boards to DeRozan. Has it knocked away. Comes back along the side of the net. They have pulled their goalie. Raiders clear it down the ice, but not at the net. About 1:06 left in the third period. Of course, being down by a man, the Raiders can take a shot at the open net without having to worry about an icing. Puck in the Massena zone. They got that extra guy out there now, so they got basically a two-man advantage. Puck in the corner. Digging for it, Bubba Girard. Check in behind the net. The puck sits. They got a man free. Now it comes to Charlie Durant. Poked away from him. In front, knocked away. In the circle, Durant skates out, looks up ice, heads it toward the net. Is it going to make it? Oh, it missed by about 3 feet. 30 seconds left in the third period. Huskies, long headman pass at the blue line. Hard check thrown by Pribble. Puck just sits there. Finally, it's taken across. Huskies bust in. They got a man back out by the blue line. Here's the shot right in front, and the save is cleared out to neutralize. Big save by Nat Smythe right there. And with 10 seconds left and the puck back in the Malone zone, it looks like the Raiders are going to get the win, but they had to work for it. Puck back out to center ice, deflected down the zone, and the buzzer sounds.